Hey guys, I'm Chamonix and you have made it to Chamonix Films. So this is my film studio where I make brand films for artists and entrepreneurs. What's a brand film? Only the coolest thing ever. It's a 2-minute video that explains who you are and what you do and why people want to work with you or why people want to buy from you. And it's all about storytelling and making people feel things. It's all artwork. It's beautiful and fun to watch, and yet it's marketing material. And that's really what's different about it, is that most of the videos and the advertisements that we're seeing, they feel like they're being sold to, you know, like you're watching an advertisement, and nobody likes that. Like, enough of that. So I'm bringing the spirit of the artwork into the marketing world. We'll sit down. This is how a brand film works. We'll sit down, have a free consultation. You tell me what your business goals are. You explain who your ideal customer is, what you want them to know about you, really important things that we have to include about your business. And then also just, what you're hoping to achieve with this actual video, because this is a business after all. So like, when someone watches the video, how do you want them to feel while watching it? And what do you want them to do after watching it? Okay, so that's what we identify in your consultation meeting. From there, if you decide to go forward and get this brand film, we will storyboard it and we will schedule a filming day. I don't like things to be perfectly scripted and planned out. We work much more organically. So we work from a bullet point list. It's like, as long as these things are covered, we're just gonna let all the fillers and the fleshing out happen organically. So on the day of filming, we'll sit down and I have microphones and I will point them at you and we will talk for an hour, and it'll just be a casual conversation where you tell me all the answers about your business. I'm gonna ask you questions like, what was your vision for your business when you first started it? Describe your ideal client. Describe the worst client you've ever worked with ever. Tell me like what you want your business to look like in 10 years. Tell me the hardest thing it is about running your business. Like, those are the kinds of questions that I ask. And it's like an hour of data. And then I come back and I edit it down to 1 to 2 minutes. And obviously I'm not gonna put in answers like explaining your worst client ever, but I ask you those kinds of questions because in the conversation, those stories will lead to you naturally saying little golden nuggets that are appropriate for the film. So we just have this freestyle conversation. We get all the audio that we need. I stitch it together into a actual story, so you don't have to worry about that. And we don't script it. Like, if you script it, you're gonna sound like a robot. So that's why I like it to be a free-flowing convo. Then the video that we record complements the audio. So it's very powerful if you have the words that you're hearing and the video that you're seeing, they match, because it solidifies the message that you're trying to tell the viewer. So I like to film everything that matches with your story, and yet it functions in the same way as the audio. We'll record a ton of video and I will take sometimes we film for 2 to 5 hours. So I will have that much footage that I cut down into 2 minutes. So again, it's a very intimidating thing if you look at it like that, but that is not your job, that's my job. All you have to do is come to the table with clarity on what you want this video to do and what you want to say in it. And again, I don't mean what you want to say specifically. I mean the bullet point important message to get across. And if you're not clear on that, don't worry. A lot of people aren't. Most of my clients are like, how am I supposed to define my brand in 1 sentence or 1 minute? Like, that's really hard. It's so complicated. I know. Just talking about yourself is one of the hardest things when it comes to your marketing. So the brand film is actually an amazing tool to help articulate that. Like, if you come to me and you're like, I don't know how to describe myself, by the time I deliver your brand film, well, first of all, the brand film will describe you for you, so you don't have to do it anymore. But in creating the brand film, you go through the process of learning how to describe yourself, simply because I have to figure out how to describe you. So I can deliver it to you and be like, here you go, this is who you are, if you didn't know how to say it already. So it's a little exploration of who you are as a brand. which can be very helpful for you. And then the beauty of this brand film is that you put it on the front of your website or you put it on your About Me page. And then when people come, they watch it and they're like, hey, I like this person. I don't have to read the frequently asked questions page and like try and decipher what it is that they do or figure out from a few photos if I think we'd get along well. Like the video is there to help them feel like they already got to know you, like they met you in person. Video is the next best thing to being in person. Video, if you can't be there in person, be there in video. Right? These are things I like to say. So for all of us who are running businesses that are very personal, very lifestyle oriented, we do need that personal touch and that personal connection. And that's why it's easier sometimes to sell yourself just by shaking hands, and it's harder to sell ourselves online. So the video is bringing that personality to the internet, and it becomes a marketing piece for you. Like your video will go out there and market on your behalf. So you can be doing your job and not trying to talk about yourself all the time. You just post it here and there and woo, people are attracted to you. It's like magic. What else can I tell you about the brand film? It's about a 1 month turnaround time. So from when we start talking until when I deliver it, there's a couple weeks of planning, a shooting day, and a couple weeks of editing. And let's see, for most people, it is very simple in terms of what you have to do at your end, because I guide you through the whole thing. So there's a consultation and there's some emails, and I'll send you some questions. You send me answers. On the day of, I ask you questions. You just speak into the microphone. Then when it comes to filming, I will tell you what to do. You know, walk over here, shake your client's hand, give your client a hug, pick up that cup of tea. Can you do that thing again? All right, perfect, gotta go. And so from your experience, you're like, I just answered some questions and walked around a few times. From my perspective, I'm the one crafting and like, so it's pretty easy for you, which is great. And then my perspective, the way I'm coming at this is that it's merging business and marketing, very goal oriented. Like this is about making money. This is about gaining followers. This is about attracting clients, merging that with art. Like this is something that's beautiful. This is something that has feeling. This is something that makes people, like want to watch it because it's entertaining for them. And so it's merging those two things, because if something is just artwork, you're like, well, that's nice, but I need to make money. And if it's just businessy, then you're like, well, that's great, but is it really going to make money from the clients I want to attract? And like, is it going to help people actually like me, or are they just going to feel marketed to? So voila. The trick is let's make something that's really authentic and real, but beautiful and fun, so that people are like, ooh, I really want to watch this. And without even realizing it, they're getting advertised to in a good way, because you're a good person and you've got good services. And so they're very happy to sit through it and maybe even watch it again. And, you know, I actually have some of my friends who have nothing to do with the brands that I work with, will watch the videos that I make, and then they'll be like, hey, can we watch that again? That was fun. I want to see it again. It was really interesting. It was pretty. And they are never going to buy from that company. It's not a good fit for them, but just the film itself was entertaining. And you know, the benefit of that is that if you watch the film and it's a good fit for you, boom, that's great. If you watch the film and it's not for you, but you still liked it, it's going to stick in your head. And then you'll tell somebody else when you come across them, you know, be like, hey, I just saw this brand film for this company and you're going to love it. It wasn't the right fit for me, but they were so cool. Like, you got to check it out. Right? Like if you think about marketing videos that you've seen recently, any of those stick in your head? Probably not. Think about movies that you've seen recently though, entertainment, that will stick in your head. So we're trying to merge that. Let's turn our marketing into stuff that's actually memorable and fun to watch, so people stick around and fall in love with you and then become a client. Win, win, win. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email, hello@chamonixfilms.com. There's also the form on the website, and you can sign up for a free consultation. On the website, there's just a free consultation button right up there at the top in the navigation link. And you can ask me anything. I try and keep it as quick and simple as possible because we got work to get done. So shoot me questions and I'll shoot you answers, and then we'll make something magical and beautiful. Also, I'm based in Seattle. I am willing to travel if it's the right project and the right person. So don't feel any hesitation to reach out, even if you live in Timbuktu or wherever. So, oh, and just a side note, because people do wonder, I do video and I do photo. They go together. The camera does both. So you'll always get photos and videos together. I'm very video centric, but photos come along for the ride. So please let me know if you have any custom projects or anything you need, because I'm flexible. I'm flexible. Alrighty, have a great day, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.